Imagine this for a second. You're an American citizen, you've got the passport and everything, but home feels like a place you've never really been. Well, that's the reality for thousands of kids growing up all over the world. Today, we're going to look at a really cool project that's designed to, well, build a bridge back for them.
So it really all boils down to this one big question, right? What actually happens when American kids grow up far away from America? And it's not just about, a different school or speaking another language. We're talking about a genuine disconnect from the very culture and the academic world they are technically a part of.
To really wrap our heads around this, let's dive into a real story, because this isn't some abstract idea. This is something that's affecting real families, right now, all across the globe.
Wow. Yeah, this really paints a picture of two sides of the same coin, doesn't it? You've got the older sister who's facing this super practical, stressful problem. I mean, how do you even begin to prep for SATs when you're thousands of miles away? But then there's her younger brother, and for him, it's about his whole identity. Africa is home. America is just a place on a map.
And that's really the heart of the matter. Having a passport doesn't come with a user's guide to the U.S. college system, and it certainly doesn't magically create that feeling of belonging. What these kids need is a real, tangible connection, a pathway. They literally need a bridge.
So how in the world do you solve a problem this big and this personal? Well, an initiative called the Bridge Builder Project was created to do exactly that. Let's take a closer look at what this whole thing is about.
Okay, so here's their mission in a nutshell. A couple of things just jump right out. First, it's student-led, and that is huge. We'll get back to that. And second, it hits these three pillars: academics, culture, and identity. So it's not just about getting good test scores. It's about a much, much deeper kind of reconnection.
So what does this bridge actually connect? Well, it connects students to the practical stuff for sure, like the U.S. academic system. But just as important, it provides that human element. We're talking meaningful mentors. It helps them connect their global life to their American identity. And it turns all that future potential into actual, real-world preparation. It's the whole package.
And this image, it really says it all, doesn't it? The entire goal is to forge this strong, clear, and supportive link between these students, no matter where they are in the world, and the country they call home.
All right, so we've got the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. How does this project actually function day to day? What are the mechanics behind building this bridge?
You can see here they've got this awesome two-pronged approach. On one side, you have the absolute academic essentials. Math, English, SAT prep, all the stuff to make sure these students can hit the ground running in an American classroom. But then on the other side, and just as important, you have the American identity piece, learning about U.S. society, what's happening in the news, all to build that confidence and that crucial sense of belonging. That combination is what makes this so incredibly powerful.
And this right here, for me, this is the most brilliant part of the whole thing. This is not some big bureaucratic top-down program. The people who are actually driving this, the ones building the bridge brick by brick, they're high school students themselves.
And we need to be really clear about this. This is not just some casual after-school volunteering. No way. These high school mentors are seriously trained, they're prepared, they're given a curriculum, and they are fully equipped to be effective teachers and role models. It ensures the whole thing has real quality and impact.
The way they actually deliver this support is also just genius. It's all one-to-one. Every single student gets paired up with their own personal mentor. This means the help is totally customized. It's not some generic one-size-fits-all class. It's a real relationship designed to build skills and, maybe even more importantly, to build trust.
So we've seen what it is and how it works. But let's just zoom out for a second and really think about the big picture here. Why does a project like this matter so much?
Because the stakes are just incredibly high. For these students, coming home can seriously feel like moving to a completely foreign country. The culture is different, the expectations at school are totally different, and without some kind of guidance, they can feel really isolated and start to fall behind. Bridge Builder is there to close that gap before it even becomes a crisis.
And this quote, man, it just nails the difference, doesn't it? Lots of programs out there can give you tutoring, but this project is offering something so much more. It's a full-on bridge, connecting academics, culture, and identity. It's a whole support system.
And in the end, that's what it's all about. That's the outcome. The goal isn't just to help a kid get a good grade on a math test. It's for that student to land back in the U.S. feeling prepared for school, feeling connected to other kids, and feeling confident in who they are as a young American.
So if you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this right here. This project is redefining what support looks like. It's not just about homework help.
It's about providing this comprehensive, human-to-human bridge that brings these kids all the way home.
And that kind of leaves us all with a bigger question to think about, doesn't it? The Bridge Builder project shows us a really powerful model. It makes you wonder, as our world gets more and more global, what's our responsibility to make sure that no matter where our youngest citizens grow up, they always have a clear, supportive path to find their way back home?